So today I'm going to share a little practice with you that's all about the back. So this is just really simple, gentle exercises that we can do to help us to feel more comfortable in the back. And this is for if you just sort of wake up with an achy lower back, or you've just had a bit of it's more for the lower back. When you wake, or when you realise you've just got a little bit of an achy back and it's a sort of non-specific lower back pain. So it's not caused from an injury, or it's not caused from any sort of serious injury. It's just simply achy lower back. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to start off lying down on our back in what we call the constructive rest position. And in the constructive rest position, this is just a way for all of your skeletal system to sort of realign itself and the muscles to relax and sort of start to elongate a little bit. So we're going to start off there, and we're going to do a little bit of breathing there, and then we'll move through the exercises. Okay, so you're coming down onto your back, having your legs bent, and have the soles of your feet resting on the floor. You can close the eyes if you like. And just take a moment to let everything go. And especially all parts of the body that are making contact with the floor. So let the back relax, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. Be aware of every part of your body that's contacting the floor. Notice how the floor is supporting your body, and particularly your back. Try to relax into the area where the leg bone, where the femur comes into the pelvis, so especially kind of around the groins there, and into the hip creases. So really relaxing into these points, softening. And you could do that with each exhale. You could soften down to this area just a little bit more. And you'll feel that after a while, as you exhale and you soften into this area, you'll feel a little bit more space being created there. And you'll feel that your lower back starts to really relax. Now we're taking our hands to rest on the belly, just below the navel. And we're starting to bring our breath deeper into the body, so that when we next inhale, we want to feel the belly rising, expanding. And as we exhale, we want to feel the belly releasing back down to the floor. And we'll do that for a few more breaths. So we're inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Inhaling, feeling your lower belly expand. And exhaling, feeling the belly sinking back down to the floor. Now we're going to lift the feet off the floor and take the hands to the knees, so the arms are long to start off with. And here again, it's a nice deep inhale. And then as we exhale, we're drawing the knees towards the chest. So here we're stretching into the lower back. Inhale, knees come away. Exhale, draw them in. You can repeat that as many times as you like. 5, 6, 10 times is usually good. And then we're going to release, and we're going to slide the left leg out and away, and just interlacing the hands around the right leg and drawing that leg in. So here we want to stay relaxed around the base of the skull, around the shoulders, and we're lightly pressing the left foot away as we draw the right knee in. And again, just tuning into your breath.
Feeling your belly rise a little on the inhale and release on the exhale. And then we switch sides. And try to notice that as you breathe in and out, there is movement in the body. So when I'm inhaling, my belly expands and my knee moves away just a little bit. And as I exhale, the knee comes back in. And this is just creating a gentle rock in the pelvis. So it's helping to loosen up the muscles around the sort of back rim of the pelvis. And we're going to release that leg. And just stretch out for a moment, pushing the feet away. We can inhale, arms up behind us. Exhale, release. So full body stretch. Inhale, bringing the arms back up. Exhale, back down. And then we're bending up the legs. Soles of the feet are on the floor and the ankles and inner thighs have come together. And we can spread the arms out. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, legs fall to the right, head turns to the left. And we're not pushing, we're just noticing how the body is feeling. Inhaling center, exhaling other side. And we do this 4 or 5 times each side. Then we're back to the centre, we're rolling to the side, coming up, and we're going to come to hands and knees. So from hands and knees, we're going to come into child's pose. So we're taking the hips back, and we're going to take the knees a little bit wider than the hips, but not super wide, because that might strain the lower back. So just kind of a little bit wider than straight ahead. And then hinging at the hips, we're coming forward, and we're bringing the hands to the floor. Just slide them, to begin with, as far forward as you can take them while still keeping the buttocks low towards the heels. And then we're going to press into the hands a little bit, as if we were pushing the floor away from us. And you'll feel your lower back coming downwards towards the floor a little bit behind you as you do this. So that's a couple of breaths here. And you'll feel it really nicely just stretching out your back. And then we're going to take a couple of breaths as we fold in and let the head come towards the floor. So if the head's not coming all the way down, you can make a pillow and rest the arms, rest the head on the arms. And as you inhale, try to feel that you can let the lower back lift a little on the inhale and let it soften a little on the exhale. So we're here for 2 or 3 more breaths. Lower back rising on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. Then we're coming up again, and we're going to go into a downward facing dog. So we'll need to bring the knees in so they're underneath the hips. Curling the toes under. We're going to lift the knees, lift the legs, lift the hips. Let the head hang between the 2 arms. Keep a little bit of a bend in the knees because we're working on the back now. There's more focus on the back. We want to stretch out the back so the knees are slightly bent. Start to press the hips back. And you could bend one knee a little bit more deeply than the other. Keeping the head and neck relaxed, the base of the skull soft. So then we're not here for long. We're going to look to the feet and we're going to walk the feet up, maybe kind of halfway up the mat, and then walk the hands back in towards the feet, and they might be down on the ground or they might be hanging somewhere, doesn't really matter. Keep a little bit of a bend in your knees. Again, this keeps it a little bit more gentle on the back, having a bend in the knees, and the chest is kind of draping down over the legs. Let the arms relax, let the head relax, let the neck relax, and just hang here for a couple of breaths. going to bend our knees just a little bit more, press into the feet and inhale to come up. We're going to circle the arms out, take them up over the head, prayer position just for a moment. And then exhale, bring the arms down by your sides. And we're coming into mountain pose. So I'm just going to turn around. So the feet are underneath the hips. We're pressing down through the four corners of the feet, so the fronts of the feet, the heels of the feet. And we're letting the tailbone, the base of our spine, just sort of become a little bit heavy, dropping down. Lifting up gently through the front body. And just for a moment, imagine there was a string attached to the crown of your head, and this was lengthening you up towards the ceiling, at the same time as your feet kind of pressing down into the earth. Couple of breaths here. Try to stay broad through the chest. Then we're going to inhale, arms up over the head. Bend the knees, hinge at the hips, bring the hands down through the midline as you exhale and you come back to your forward fold. Relax the head and neck. You're going to walk the feet back, come back to your downward facing dog. Start off with the knees slightly bent and then begin to bring them to a more straight position. They don't have to go all the way straight, there can still be a little bit of softness through the knees. Inhale here and then exhale, knees back to the floor and sit back to your child's pose with the arms extended. And remember, you can always make a pillow with the arms if you need to. And then we lift in the head and we're going to come down onto our backs. So we're sitting to the side, bringing the legs forward, easing our way down. And then once we get down on the floor, we're going to come into a supine Baddha Konasana. So we're opening the legs out to the sides, soles of the feet are coming together. And we're just trying now to soften and relax into the inner thighs and the kind of inner hips. So we can quite often have a bit of tension in the inner thighs. And you might even feel at this point that one leg feels a little bit more tight or it's stuck than the other. And if there is this tightness here, this in turn can kind of pull on the lower back and just make it a little bit achy. We're bringing the arms to cactus. And this is going to bring us a little bit of openness into the chest. Going back to your breath, feeling your belly rise on the inhale, release on the exhale. Keep relaxing into the inner thighs. And then bringing the knees back together. And just once more, knees into the chest. Interlace the hands round the knees. And we can just rock a little bit from side to side. And this can be a really nice way of giving yourself a little bit of a massage on the lower back. And you can try taking the knees a little bit further away and rocking. And you'll feel that that goes lower down your back. It stimulates the area a bit lower down. And then you can bring the knees in a little bit tighter and you'll get more stimulation towards the middle back. So then releasing, feet coming down to the ground just briefly. And we're going to lift the hips up. They're only coming up an inch or two. Bring them slightly to the left of your mat. Then bring the knees in towards the chest. Spread the arms out to a T. Inhale. And then as you exhale, legs come over to the right. And we can rest the right hand on top of the knee. Head turns to the left. So at this point, you could have a cushion or a couple of blankets underneath the knees there. That can be nice as well. And we're here for 4 or 5 good deep breaths. trying to bring the inhale all the way down to the lower belly. Feeling the belly expand as you breathe in and release as you breathe out. So next, inhale back up to the centre. We can release the feet briefly, square off the hips, and then bring them slightly to the right of your mat, knees into the chest. Nice big inhale. And exhale to the other side. So wait until the legs have found the floor or the blanket or cushion if you're propping them up. Resting the left hand on top just gives a little bit more stretch. And then very gently turning the head so that you're looking towards your right arm. So the head is always turning the opposite way of the legs. And again, breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling your belly gently expand as you breathe in. Release as you breathe out. And then as you're ready, coming back to the centre, and we finish off where we started, so back in our constructed rest position. Hands can go back down by our sides. And we'll just take a moment here to feel the body again. Let your back relax. Come back to your breathing. Okay, so that's a little sequence you can do if you've just got a little bit of a gnarly kind of achy back and you want to feel a bit more comfortable. Okay, thank you.